your goals for 2024? How did it go? Are you part of the 10% that carried all the way through this last month, December? Or you and I are part of the 90% that we don't even remember what the goals are. We're like, goals? I remember something like I wanted to lose weight this year. I remember something like I wanted to start a business this year. Something like along the lines that I wanted to write a book. Maybe I wanted to eat better, but we don't even remember. If I have to ask you, give me all your goals, your resolutions for 2024, would you be able to close your eyes and without hesitating, tell me exactly what your goals are? I bet some of us will not be able to do that. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Eden's Jam. How are you doing? No, really, how are you doing? Last week, for those that tuned in, and if you haven't watched that episode, I will highly encourage that you go and watch that episode. I think that's one of our lengthiest episodes, but the whole team behind the Eden's Jam got together and we decided to bring you behind the scenes. And so if you haven't watched that, I'm sure it's going to be linked somewhere. Go watch it and be inspired. If this is the first time you're coming across this YouTube channel, I want to take this time to say hello and to say thank you for joining in. If you are a subscriber and one that comes in Monday after Monday, I want to say thank you. Thank you that you've stuck with us through this year 2024, and I pray that you'll continue to stick with us along the journey. Before we delve into today's episode, let's do what we do best and give a shout out to our production team in the house. Blessed Dream Production. You've seen Alfred's face now. And Pastor Marilyn Akins of Eyes Have Not Seen. You've also seen her face. Give them a shout out, give them a clap, give them a word of encouragement in the comment. I don't know about you, but we hear the song, "It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas." I brought my giddy self today. Listen, it's been a week. Around this time of the year, we get busy planning for the holidays, busy planning to host, busy trying to shop for the right outfit for that party that we've been invited to. And so it is not typical for us to be in a state of mindfulness, in a state of rest, in a state of relaxation. But I came with a question for you, and I pray that amidst the busyness, you're going to pause to ask yourself this question: goals. How did that go? How is it going? How's your 2024 goals going? You know, we usually get into a new year, and I'm sure some of us already have plans for 2025, and we have goals that we've set, as we call it, New Year's resolution. But a lot of New Year's resolution fall down the drain by March. About March, they say about 90% of New Year's resolutions have fallen down the drain. And a few years ago, I was no different. I was part of that 90% statistics and not the 10% that carries through. And I had to ask myself, why is that? And it is because we do not look at previous years to ask ourselves, why did my New Year's resolution fall by the wayside? As Jesus gives a parable of the seed that the farmer was sowing, and some fell by the wayside, some fell on thorny ground, some fell into rocky places, but there were a select few that also fell on fertile ground. And I feel like most of the time our goals seems to be like that going into the new year. I feel like we are the farmer who has gathered the seeds, the goals, planned the goals, but then it seems like it does not fall on fertile ground. And we're quick to blame the challenges that come along the way. We're quick to blame the economy. We're quick to blame everybody else, but we fail to look and analyze. And so today, I just came in to ask you that question, your goals for 2024. How did it go? Are you part of the 10% that carried all the way through this last month, December? Or you and I are part of the 90% that we don't even remember what the goals are. We're like, goals? I remember something like I wanted to lose weight this year. I remember something like I wanted to start a business this year. Something like along the lines that I wanted to write a book. Maybe I wanted to eat better, but we don't even remember. If I have to ask you, give me all your goals, your resolutions for 2024, would you be able to close your eyes and without hesitating, tell me exactly what your goals are? I bet some of us will not be able to do that. A few years ago, there was a study that was done at Yale, and they had followed through with people that had graduated, the alumni, and followed through to see who was doing what exactly they said they were going to do at the time of graduation. And this is what they did. They surveyed a certain particular graduating class, and they followed them, I believe, for like decades. I don't know, maybe at least 25 years or more. And each decade, they will follow up and see how they're doing in terms of their graduating goals. And they found out that the people that wrote down their goals were actually living their goals, as opposed to the people that stated their goals without writing it down. They were nowhere near accomplishing their goals. That's why I believe God told the prophet Habakkuk, when he was throwing tantrums at Habakkuk chapter 1, and how finally he decided to go and stand by his watchtower and hear what God would say. God asked him, write the vision. You see, when we write the vision, or if we had written the vision in 2024, it'd be easier to go back and keep looking at it and keep asking ourselves and keep checking it off and use it as an accountability. And so how did the 2024 go? How is it going? But you know what? We have good news. Today is only December 9th, specifically just getting into the threshold of the second week of the last month. You still have time. It's not too late. But let me give you some more questions here. You see, reflecting on goals and visions that you had for 2024 is a good way to say goodbye to 2024. Reflecting on those goals is a good way to say, you know what? I had these intentions and I was able to do it. Or I had these intentions and I was not able to do it because of A, B, C. Reflecting on what I intended to do and then checking to see if I did it or didn't helps me prepare for the future. So, what goals did you have coming into 2024? Have you been working on the same goals for years? Did you write them down? Did you have a plan to achieve it? And number 5, did you have a plan B, as they call it? Did you have a plan in case these goals doesn't materialize? Did you have something to fall on or something else to occupy your time, your energy, and your space? I just wanted to throw these in here and get us to reflect. The past 12 months, it's time to sit and evaluate our experiences, our growth, and our accomplishments. This sitting down and reflecting and asking ourselves what happened to our goal for 2024 helps us to gain insights, set intentions, and prepare for the future. And I hope that after listening to this episode, if you haven't already done so, you will sit down and reflect. I'll see you in the next episode.